أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We ask Allah the Most High to protect us from the evil of the shaitan, and we begin all things in the illustrious name of our Creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Beneficent, the Merciful. My name is Bilal Ali Hugh. You are watching Islamic Action TV, Guerrilla Minded Productions. Today you're in for something special, something different. We got into the artistic realm, and I got my brother with me. I am Shaheed. Assalamu alaikum, akhi.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
This is heavy. I'm excited because this is off script, but it's all good because inshallah it's all gonna tie in. The power of spoken word, the power of the mythos, the narrative. You know, word sound, as they say, word sound is power. So to have a poet in the house, and a man I know from way back, from ancient times,
From school
days, you understand? From so we are coming, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all good, man. It's all good. So before we go into, we want to say to the people, then with us, you know, vibes up.
You know, just welcome to Islamic Action TV. These brothers are really trying to, raise the consciousness of our people through the medium of YouTube, etc. You know, give them good backing, give them your support. You know, I'm here doing my thing with them.
No doubt. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Excellent. So I guess what we could jump off from is from the beginning, and to just ask you like a light opener is, from how long you been doing spoken word?
I've been performing on and off since maybe 95, and since about 95, where I can really say that I got together with some writers. Them time I was rapping.
Okay.
And I had some good teachers. Teach me things like not to. Whenever you're making a line, whenever you're there creating a line, you have no filler in what you're doing. And if it has to be weak, it's only like it's like a feint to the jab or the cross that's coming behind it. So if it may appear weak, but that's only because to just bring you in and bang, hit you with something heavy.
With a punchline, so to speak.
Yeah, so to speak.
So 95 is a little while now. So let's say season.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm kind of interested in finding out what factors were going on with you, or influences, or individuals that made you think, you know something, I'm gonna try this thing. This thing looks like something I can do, I want to do.
I suppose it was just the inspiration of the brothers that I was hanging with. That kind of pushed me to join in with them.
Okay.
Yeah, and then from that how do you say? From that came to a close. I then went on to do my own thing. For me, I used to just write during the evenings, and I might spend the whole night just writing, and it was just for my own personal expression. And then I showed to one of my friends, and then he kind of encouraged it.
This is before performance days, just the written word, just
writing. I was just writing to write something. Of course, at the time there, I was reading. I was a bit of a nomad for attending things. Just discussion groups, and not with anybody, not with any particular institution, just with my brothers and sisters. Like friends. We come up in the thing of hip hop culture in this country.
Yeah,
and that's what that was like. So for me, you're there cleaving from plenty pools.
To the kind of, you're drinking where you can get it.
Exactly. Just for you to kind of, I don't know, solidify how you want to present yourself or what it is that you want to say.
That's deep, and that's you're coming from a little while back now. Still,
it's a little while. Yeah, it's a little while back. But the time is irrelevant, man.
But we're there right now.
Yeah,
right now. It is what it is. Yeah. All right. So I'm trying to understand like, were there any particular individuals, as in maybe names, as well as people that were in your, you know, in your locale that you were part of your crew, if I can put it like that, that might have said, you know, you could do this thing, you're quite gifted.
Two people in particular, yeah, my boy Jamaluddin, yeah, aka the Ice Pick.
Shout out to Ice Pick if you're watching this, inshallah.
Yeah, and my boy, you also know Shaka.
Okay. Yeah. Long time.
Yeah, those two primarily with regard to how a thing should be presented. And then of course, you know, you have the thing of like maybe artists or other people that you admire.
What sort of artists did you
Rakim, straight. Rakim, favourite MC. There are people now who may be technically better than him.
But he's just a throwback rapper.
But the thing is, it doesn't matter. Because for his time and thing, and for what he's done, don't matter how much money you're making or how many followers you have, man. This thing here...
It speaks for it. His work speaks for itself, isn't it?
Exactly. So yeah, you know, Rakim and Redman, if I could be a hybrid of anything, yeah, that is what I would like to... Okay. Those are two people who I admire. So primarily, it's Shaka and Jamaluddin. They basically showed me how this thing should be done. And from being in their company and then having to go out and perform, I understood what they were telling me when I stood before other people and saw the response of them.
Alright. It became real.
Yeah, very real.
All praises you to Allah. So I'm trying to find out what your niche is then, because you know you got people who think, alright, art is to incite people to move, is to stir them, is to wake them up, is to switch them on, is to even get them angry, but get them emotive. People are, you want to talk about love and romance, you got all kind of niches of the soothsayer, the sophist, you know, the wordsmith, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? What's your niche, bro? What's your niche?
My niche, I'd say more kind of spiritual, without getting into any kind of like strictly religious. You know, these are the things that I've written more about of the things that I've written.
Okay. You know? So just to clarify, when you say spiritual, like you said, not a particular formal.
Basically,
spiritual science.
So if you're gonna tell me, okay, then I'm the filter. So my tradition, that I've chosen is Islam. But in the thing of me having a conversation with you, I don't necessarily need to be banging on and give you the quote from the Quran and this, that, and that. I'm the filter. I talk to a one. It's like, okay, then you have common ground. You talk according to the common ground.
So you meet a person on their frequency.
Exactly. All the thing is, you know, they meet me on mine, however it runs. You know, just the thing of universal messaging. You know, and keep it to that. So okay, then you may very well know that okay, that definitely sounds a bit Islamic, blah blah blah. But the way that it then comes across is not necessarily to kind of ram this thing down your throat. These are all, you know, you may incline to something, you know, just that you have a commonality with. You understand?
Connection, the human connection. So there's something, regardless of where the person's coming from, he or the she, it might hit something in the heart because we've all got. Human heartbeat, right?
Exactly, and isn't that how it's supposed to be? You know, because if it's just to be amongst your clique, then this what we're doing is useless, man. You know,
it's not a narrow thing. It's not a small-minded thing. It's the reason's got to open up.
To
all the family and to the universal family also.
It has to.
So I know I've heard you perform. I've seen you perform. I've heard different pieces. A bag of pieces I've heard from yourself. But there's one that's kind of, I wouldn't say hot right now because it's just right now because you've got a number. I know you've got a number of classics, but there's one that I'm particularly interested in. the way to win. You know, because that's kind of spiritual. And as a student of psychotherapy, counseling, psychology, I like that one for a different kind of reason, for the inner standing and the inner journey, and you know, the knowledge of self, meaning self-knowledge.
Well, that one for me, a friend of mine, Balmore, speaking about me, he said to me at a time, look at what you've written, because in what you've written, you will actually find yourself. Yeah? That particular piece was more so like, it's like my prayer. It's my prayer, but the way it pertains to me in particular, and in general to whoever else. But yeah, it was definitely like that.
Like a meditation.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah. But me, I don't want to be with. It has to be me first. It can't be the thing of like, well, I'm telling you, and forget that.
I hear that.
Forget that, because you know something. There's a quote in Quran, that says, "O you who believe, why do you say that which you do not do?" It's the most hateful thing in the sight of the Most High, that you say that which you do not do. And for me, I'm like, you know what, with that, man, you know, for anything that I'm writing, let me there deal with me first, man. You know what I mean? You know, be the example, be the what's it, as you most probably heard this or say, be the change that you want to see in others.
In the world. Do
that. You know, so that for me, the actual piece is like an encouragement for me, just in the thing of the first opening lines of where there's a will, there's a way to win. Yeah. Then it commands that I should work and play to win. Be driven. You know, have find whatever your purpose is.
To come, but it's almost like he's coming from the inside out as opposed to from the outside coming in.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's the what's the word? That's the kind of symbiosis of what's internal and what's external, because you can
get into relationship.
Yeah, you can be, something outside. It may take an outside thing to be the catalyst, for what stimulates you inwardly.
Okay.
And not just this thing of like, you find my center, and then all of a sudden you become.
So not in isolation then.
Yeah, not in isolation.
All right.
You're good at this, man. You're good at this.
All right, so we're gonna say on Islamic Action TV a premiere. If we can get a premiere, if we can get like in a soundtrack, like we used to get the dub plate version, ain't like the one on the street, like. If we get a beating man or a bounty or whoever it is, but you get Stone Up, get their own cut. So Islamic Action TV, we want our own cuts. They call it special,
Okay, we'll lift the needle and put it on the crackly part of the record first.
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way to win. Where there's a will, there's a way to win. Where there's a will, there is a way to win. Where there's a will, there's a way to win. Where there's a will, there's a way to win. Work and play to win. Knowledge, God, the greatest thing. Is how come we bypass the greatest, looking the latest thing? Is this the predicament that history has placed us in? We, the wafer thin, chase paper kings. Money don't make a king, nor does it bring the happiness that they say it bring. You know the shout. Mouth open, story fly out, we taking in. Thinking like a slave, it ain't gonna change a thing if we can't start until someone else says begin. Free from chains and still can't break the link. How the hell on earth we expect to break How the hell on earth we expect to escape the brink of extinction? Let us face the fact that we are afraid to think that there is more to life than scrape and scrip. So life becomes bitter and dry like the taste of gin. Anytime we take shortcuts, police take our prints. Whether for lesser or greater things. Chuck, look at the state of things. Look at the state we in. Minor virtues, major sins. A cold reflection of a system we raised up in. What will be the shape of things to come? If we ain't razor sharp, we'll be razor thin. We can turn it round in the time it takes to blink. If we can't see the kingdom, it must be a place within.
Every time.
Give thanks, man. Begging your pardon for the hiccup there.
Well, that's the Islamic Action Special. That's a different cut.
Okay, man.
Different cut.
Yeah. As my brother says, man, imperfect, perfect.
See. So give us a little tafsir, a little exegesis, a little commentary on that one day, because I'm hearing all kind of things. Like I've heard what sound like to me like the Matrix, people quoting this chasing money thing, breaking the link, the mental slavery, the post-traumatic slave syndrome, a whole set of stuff. So just go in, brother, go in.
Just go in. Like I said, man, it was more at the time when it was written. It was more a thing for me and an encouragement for me. You know, where the world is a way to it, work and play to it. Knowledge God, the greatest thing. For you don't have to convince me of the thing of a creator. Yeah, I get up. I don't plug into anything. Yeah, the mere fact that my eyes open is my acknowledgement. We are on a big rock floating in the middle of space. What other miracle do I need than that?
Word.
Right. But we bypass this awesomeness that has done this, yeah, to go looking what? On a fresh pair of Jordans? Nah. Is this the predicament that history has placed us in? With all of the stripping away of who we are as people.
Okay.
You know, whatever is our, the thing of our cultural identity. You know, not wanting us to ever join the dots back to the beginning, so that we just become this island in the middle of the mess that they can just
manipulate.
Yeah, do with us as they will. You know, to just I'm sorry, I'm just there trying to just remembering the lines. History's placed us in we, the wafer thin, chase paper kings. So okay then, so that we're like that, we're this entity that's been isolated, and then we are then conditioned to just chase this piece of, this medium of bartering. Yeah, to just be that, and then that becomes what we value ourselves by. You know,
how many of those things we have, we validate our worth, our human existence based on those paper kings.
Yeah, money don't make a king, nor does it bring the happiness that they say it brings. In Switzerland, which is a wealthy country, they have it's the world capital for suicides.
Yes.
Proof that this
statistical fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Proof that the thing of the pursuit of this is not the thing that's going to bring any kind of inward settlement. You know what I mean? Look at Charlie Sheen, man. He became messed up on Good Times with money in his pocket.
Yeah, Robin Williams, he checked out self-induced. I mean, he wasn't short of a few quid, if I can put it like that.
Exactly.
So he was short of money, so
the thing
it's got to be more than that. It's got to be more than that.
You know the shout, our open story fly, but we're taken in by this. Yeah, this is the narrative that is sold to us, and the only reason that this narrative is sold to us and the mantra that continues is so that we can then become part of the machine and just live out our existence doing for them rather than doing for us.
Dr. Khalid, I think it's the late great Dr. Khalid Muhammad would say automatic, systematic remote control, because it's like we get in that state of mind after we're conditioned, we just on automatic pilot. We're just in a certain frame, just You know, it's not, we're not even thinking anymore. We're just acting out. The conditioning is there already.
Exactly that. And sometimes for you to actually see where you are, just get off the treadmill, man. Get off the treadmill, and I'm not talking like go away for like a 2 weeks holiday thing, man. I'm talking like go away for like some months, take a year out, do a sabbatical.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, whatever it takes, so that you can see, so you can find where your place is in the grand scheme of things.
That's deep. I'm aware of the time, so I'm gonna make best use of it, as we always try to do on Islamic Action TV. I wanted to ask you about, or discuss these. You went back to 95, but I know that your man, when it comes to learning about our story, yeah, and our spirituality and our perspective and stuff like that. I know your man, like myself, we started in many classrooms, if I can put it that way, right? You know, whether it was Malcolm X, whether it was Elijah Muhammad, whether it was Dr. York, whoever it was, whether it's a Rastafari movement, but those are different classrooms and pit stops where we, you know, those fountains, we drank from them. We might not never been particularly subscribed members who saluted the flag, but in terms of sitting and learning from the students of those teachers, no doubt, man. So just give us a shout about some of the ideas that kind of touched you.
Okay, well, my first introduction to any form of spirituality, where there was my willful participation in it, would definitely have to be the Rastafari movement. Yeah,
you qualified that one.
Yeah, it is, man. Because before that, it was church with moms, man. And, you know, we went, you know,
we weren't too optional in them days.
Corpus Christi down the road from here.
Yeah.
You know, and for me as a young kid, there was nothing it didn't connect with me. You know, and I'm not saying that the teachings of the Bible don't connect with me, because they do. Yeah, but the thing of how this thing was being presented by them at that time, it was just a waste of time for me. The thing of reading a small pamphlet on Rastafari, Rastas, that was more appealing, that was more exciting for me as an 11-year-old reading that. To the point that, you know, you become inspired by this, and you want to be like this thing that you develop a love for, you know, only to be told by your mom that you're going to have your hair like that, and where are you going to live?
Many young African Caribbean youth heard that in their time, saying, and live weird. It usually finished somewhere, there was a long statement, but it usually ended up finishing along those lines.
Yeah. So for me, there was that. That was my introduction, and then after that, having a stint with you know, not having any belief anywhere, and, you know, being influenced by science. You know, I'm like, yeah, man, you know, never paid nothing, no mind. Then, I think then there was the stage of the introduction of Nation of Islam, Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X, Farrakhan. First tape that I ever got, that was Farrakhan speaking in Jamaica, and how he sewed that up in my first listening to him. He was so thorough with how he presented the Nation of Islam view. And then the more you delve into this is a doorway to spirituality, you then become influenced, or you come into contact with other things. You become in contact with like Buddhists and, you know, more people from all other walks of life,
other schools of
religion, all of these kind of things. You know, and you know, some of them you knock heads with, and other people you connect you connect with them. You know,
as you mentioned that though, in particular by being able to name those individual movements or individual teachers and feel our way, because there's a lot of us, and when I say us, the Nahnu, when I say we, I mean African Caribbean Muslims, who we go through these classrooms and learn from these different people, and we can't in reality, even if we're not students of them anymore, but they helped us in our journey.
Yeah.
But what some people do, or what I think is a mistake, is almost like we feel a bit embarrassed of that, or we want to, like, we're not owning that. That's a part of our evolution, part of our development.
Why?
And there was gifted teachers in their own right. And I mean, I agree with everything they said, but they were important people.
That's like you trying to hide your baby pictures, man.
Yeah, real talk, real talk.
Yeah, what you just were like this. You know, brothers were just there with their beards lined up and whatever. No, you came, there was a time when you didn't know nothing. Yeah, you came, you developed, you evolved, and this is all part of it. Why not mention them, man? They are part of the fabric of who you are. So mention them, yes.
Feel no way.
Feel no way, man. Well, was it the thing of Malcolm X had no qualms about telling you about his criminal past. At the end of the day, not that I'm saying that these people are criminals, but you know, the thing of how you come.
Your journey, don't be sharing your journey, man.
Many people got here, a brother J, ex-clan. Many people got here, forget how they came, disrespect religion, but they're living Islam. Know how you come and have respect for how you come. Yeah? You wouldn't diss any of your relatives who were the forerunners for you. You understand? You wouldn't diss them or try and park them off like there's some idiot Joe. No, you wouldn't do it. Right. So in that regard, I must hail up Elijah Muhammad. I must hail up Malcolm X, Farrakhan, regardless of what people's idea of them is present day. I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm only speaking for me. What the next man wants to do, that's his business. You know, we can strive. We can strive in good works and have the discussion amongst ourselves. You understand? And come to some resolve either way. But for me right now, yeah, I don't. It makes no bones to me, man. You know.
It's all good. It's all good. As they say, I think it's Earl 16 is a thing that said, "Is it every man do his thing a little way different?"
I don't remember who it was,
but
I know.
You know the tune, though. You know the tune.
Who does? Well, who doesn't? From our heroes.
Yeah.
Every man do his thing a little way. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
You go put that way. You go. He's sacrilegious and
I thought I'd open the door and gracefully.
And I stepped in. I stepped in, man. Yeah.
But yeah, even like like for me, one of my biggest influences, if you're gonna go that way, was the Ansar Allah community.
Speak on that, bro, man. The floor is
and the Ansar Allah community. The Ansar Allah community were very influential in the thing of my perception of Islam as a follow-on from Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam. But they just seem to present their thing a bit more thorough. I would spend weekends. My Saturdays. On Saturdays I did go down to the store. I never really kind of went up to that masjid and kind of worshipped with them. I did go up there on one occasion. Yeah, but my connection and my time with them was spent on the stores where it was just
see them, because you could see them. They were there, out in effect.
They were out doing their
Bible and Quran and with enough lyrics.
Listen, man. Shout out to Kedar, shout out to Malky, Honuk, just a few of the brothers from that era there. But they presented themselves well. Yeah, one of the things in their presentation was their was their ethics and manners. They were, for the brothers that I knew, were impeccable like that. Impeccable like that. They, they would just deal with you in accordance with how they understood the message of Islam to be, in accordance with how they understood the demonstration of the Holy Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. And they executed that to the fullest. When it came to the thing of how they dealt with scriptures, that was another thing. Because and I've seen those brothers when I was with them. I saw them run rings around people, and it was done to run rings around people, because you can run rings around somebody and leave them with absolutely nothing. Yeah, but in the thing of how they could extrapolate the essence of the message from what they had read and give to the person and make them, if not necessarily to convince them that you should be on this, to at least make them have a respect or go away with a respect for what it is that
what they're dealing with.
They were great for me. They were great for me. To the point I had this made for me. I had this made for myself.
The 6-point star.
Yeah. As a homage to them. It's got a couple of other little inscriptions which are just my little personal touch.
Ting.
But it's I got a lot of respect for them, and nothing up for them, regardless of the thing of them, changing what then became the thing of their doctrine, and they're going in
different direction.
I
know best, man.
But yeah, man, even now, as we said, the one up your nation, they got enough respect, enough love for them.
Well, every man did their thing a little bit different, and we all have to do what we have to do as the heart and the intellect and the Most High, guys.
Well, the thing is that at the end of the day, this thing of dealing with yourself, that quote of, "Oh, you who believe, why do you say that which you do not do?" Yeah. This other thing of the other thing where it says that what is it? You command others to be righteous, but you neglect your own soul, and you are readers of the book. Have you then no sense? Yeah. Your one's first port of call for anything is yourself, and I find that as I'm maturing. More mature. Yeah, man. You'll see that, the thing of having, I like to think that my talk is getting less with regard to issuing fatwas on what our next man's doing. Inshallah. Yeah. In that the thing of like, what am I doing that is so great? You know what I mean? Correct. This is the thing of, what's it called for me? The power of influence over instruction. Just like with your children. You can tell them what you like. They see how you live. They see how you live, and so it's like, okay then, well, I'm going to gravitate to that. Because you're living like that. You may chat all of that.
Sound good?
Yeah.
But what do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do? Bro, it's been a pleasure, but it's only because in this situation, time is a master, but I don't want to cover the microphone, as Redman would say. So I want to give you the final thought, or leave the viewing public that's watching us on YouTube. Remember to like, remember to subscribe. I'll leave the final word, my brother, man. Your takeaway.
My takeaway, man.
Takeaway message.
Yeah, no pressure. got something to take away, this is the thing that I tell myself, man. Yeah, in the things, and it's a follow-on from the Quranic quote, "Oh, you who believe, why do you say that which you do not do?" The thing of one's words and deeds. I found that the pedestal that I used to put myself upon, when I stepped down from it because I was not as great as I portrayed myself verbally, when I stood down from that, my daughter saw a coming together more so of my words and my deeds. And that was a great thing for her, because then that became a thing that was more real and tangible for her, that she gravitated to me. And in that step down, I became great. Make your words and deeds marry as much as you can.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Make your words and deeds marry. Brother, man, as I said before, and I say it again, and unashamedly, thanks for the reasoning. It's been excellent. Thank you for staying with us for the duration of Strong Talk, Islamic Action TV, brought to you by Gorilla Minded Productions. Signing off, Bilal Ali Hugh. Till next time, remember, stay safe. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Peace.
Thanks for the invitation. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.